children, today we are going to do a lesson in English grammar. The topic is finite verbs. What are finite verbs? In this chapter, we are only going to study in detail about finite verbs. So let's understand what is a finite verb. A finite verb shows agreement with a subject and shows tense. Do you remember, children, few days ago we did a lesson on subject-verb agreement where we learned that if a subject is plural, the verb that follows is also plural. If a subject is singular, the verb that follows is also singular. So a finite verb shows agreement with a subject and also shows tense. So when you will read finite verb, you will come to know when the action has taken place in present, past, or future. He plays football. He is a singular subject, so the verb plays is also singular in agreement, and plays also tells us about the tense. There are three types of finite verbs: transitive verbs, intransitive verbs, and auxiliary verbs. Auxiliary verbs are further divided into two types: primary auxiliaries and modals. The first type of finite verbs are transitive verbs. When an action done by a subject passes on or affects the object, the verb is known as a transitive verb. It answers the question what or who or to whom. For example, if I read the sentence, Rahul played video games for 5 hours today, you will immediately tell me played is the verb here. But how do we find out played is a transitive verb or not? Let's see. Does played answer the question what, who or whom? What did Rahul play? Rahul played video games. Yes, played is answering our question what. That means played is a transitive verb. The second type of finite verbs are intransitive verbs. Verbs that do not require an object or does not send its action to a noun, pronoun, are called intransitive verbs. She worries a lot. Worries is the verb here. Is worries answering the question what, who or whom? No, it's not. That means worries is an intransitive verb. How to differentiate between transitive and intransitive verb? So if you read a verb in a sentence, how will you find out whether it's transitive or is it intransitive? You will ask the question what, who or whom. Is the verb answering these questions, any one of them? If it is answering any one of these questions, then that verb is a transitive verb. If it does not answer any of these questions, then it is an intransitive verb. The dog barked loudly. Barked is the verb here. Is barked answering the questions what or who or whom? No, it is not. That means barked is an intransitive verb. The third type of finite verbs are auxiliaries. These are helping words. They help to complete the forms and meaning of the main verbs in a sentence. In some cases, they are also used independently without help from other verbs. The first type of auxiliaries that we will study about are primary auxiliaries. These are the auxiliaries which can be used independently without the help from other verbs. The forms of do, be, have are called primary auxiliaries. They are subject to change in agreement with the number, person, subject and tense. Here are few examples of primary auxiliaries for you. The little boy has a new bicycle. Has is a primary auxiliary which can be used in a sentence independently without the help of the main verb. So here boy is a singular subject, has is a singular verb which is primary auxiliary. It also tells us about the tense. When the primary auxiliaries are used with the main verbs, forms of be, have and do are called helping verbs. They are subject to change in agreement with the number, the person of the subject and the tense. If you will look at the table below, children, under the column auxiliary, you find be, have and do. When these words are used in present tense and past tense, they change according to the subjects that they are used with. For example, colorful butterflies were hovering over the flowers. Now, were here is a primary auxiliary, which is there as a helping word with hovering. Now, butterflies is a singular subject, so butterflies is a plural subject, so were is also a plural verb. And it also tells us about the tense. If you see the second sentence, the black beetle was sitting on the leaf. Beetle here is a singular subject. Was is a singular verb. Was also tells us about the tense, and was is a primary auxiliary which is helping the main verb sitting. The next type of auxiliaries are modals. Modals express various moods. They are not subject to change in agreement with the number and person of the subject and the tense. So, here are few examples for you in the table down. The modal can. It can be used in sentences to express ability or possibility, asking permission, or a request. So, do you see, children, how the modal can is used in sentences to express various moods? Please, can you help me in studies after cooking? Can is used in this sentence to express a request. In the same way, the modal could are used in 4 types of sentences here. These sentences are expressing suggestion, future possibility, ability in the past, inability or impossibility. We would make arrangements for your stay. Could is used in this sentence to express future possibility. In the same way, we have will, would, should. These modals are used in different sentences to express different moods. For example, you should take care of that cut in your finger. Now, should is used in this sentence to express recommendation. Here we have more modals, may, might, and must. Like must is used in sentences to express obligation or necessity. You must not waste your time during exams. That is the use of must in a sentence to express necessity. So children, with this, we come to the end of our chapter Finite Verbs. To test whether we have understood the concept of finite verb or not, let us test ourselves. Here we have an exercise which says identify whether the underlying verbs are transitive or intransitive. They have given a clue, transitive verbs answer the question what, who, or whom. We already studied that. Let's see whether we are able to identify the different verbs, transitive and intransitive. She ran away. Ran here is the verb. Is ran answering the question what, who, or whom? No. That means ran is an intransitive verb. They danced until midnight. Danced is a verb here. So whether it is a transitive or an intransitive, let's find out. Is danced answering the question what, who, or whom? No. That means danced is an intransitive verb again. She received a present. Is received answering the question what, who, or whom? What did she receive? She received a present. Yes, it is answering our question what. That means received is a transitive verb. She saw her friend. Whom did she see? She saw her friend. So yes, it is answering our question whom. So saw is a transitive verb. The boy ate a roll. What did the boy eat? A roll. Yes, it's answering the question what? That means ate is a transitive verb. I hope you have understood the lesson well. If there is any query, you can always approach your teacher. Thank you for listening to me so attentively, children. Bye.